Oh man, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Struggle. Nadeska, Akademiks, and Wayno here on a Monday morning. I have questions. All right, so I've been avoiding Wayno all morning because I know he watched Game of Thrones last night. It was the series finale, and I'm way behind.
I got mad questions because I've never watched it, period.
Yeah, you should start. Like, you owe yourself that much.
He's not never watching that.
It's 7 seasons in. Who does that?
It's 8 seasons.
Who does that?
It's great. People say stupid things
like... I watched The
like...
Wire straight through, but I don't know. Game of Thrones...
This is another HBO masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
People say it's about dragons. That's not it. Human politics and all the shit. You would love it.
I watched one episode and all I saw was a bunch of nakedness and incestuous fuckery, and I said, this is what's on HBO?
All right, Akademiks. But anyway, I just wanted to know, like, so I'm re-binging from the beginning and I refuse to skip ahead now. It's cool, ducking spoilers. But did you feel closure? Or is it like you're left hanging? I don't want to be left hanging when I get there.
I think it's like half and half. It's half and half. I feel like it's things that it ends that you want to know, but it's things that would absolutely wouldn't happen. Like, if they would have did certain shit, it would have took away from a lot of other shit. So.
Man, why Jon Snow ain't king, man?
I read that on Twitter. At least you know.
Sorry,
the
spoilers.
Basics.
Spoilers. I read that on Twitter. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Cut it out. Cut it out. All right,
is that a person?
Yeah, it's a person. It's a person.
He's like the Captain America of...
the Captain America.
Is Game of Thrones better than Breaking Bad?
Yes.
We could probably argue series, because I go hard for
But you have to watch Game of Thrones first. The Wire is one of my top 3 favorite shows of all time, so I'm with you, but I'm saying Game of Thrones is a masterpiece. Yeah. The writing is just really incredible, I promise you. Anyway, I heard on...
Staying off Twitter then, because...
Yeah, I'm staying off the internet for like a month. It's cool. I heard on the way home yesterday that they have therapy and counseling specifically for Game of Thrones fans.
That's ridiculous.
People are doing too much. But anyway.
It's television, my nigga. Who the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of content out. I also watched a little bit of that new Wu-Tang docuseries, but I didn't get to finish it yet. So we'll talk about that later. We did get a lot of music this weekend. So Tyler, the Creator, dropped his album, Igor. Great album. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I know Wayno is also very excited.
Very.
And like we said, DJ Khaled also released his 11th studio album, Father of Asahd. So 15 songs, a ton of features. I'm not even going to get into it yet. Production by Tay Keith, Frank Dukes, Street Runner, Cool Andre, and more. So I think in our over-under for features, we did over under 20. Ak went over. Wayno went under. 34 features on this album. Were you surprised at how many?
No. You know what? I thought about it. I made my decision too fast. I forgot that Khaled puts 5 people on the record. I didn't have my math together.
I forgot the I'm So Hood remix?
Like? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know, I was wrong. It's cool. You know what I mean? We live to fight another day.
All right, so yeah, we'll run through some of the features in a second, but of course on Thursday we were talking about the Nipsey and John Legend collab called Higher, so we did get a video for it as well. Khaled said that, he got Nipsey's family's blessings to roll out the video, and we said all the proceeds from the song are going to his kids as well. They filmed that just a few days before he died. How'd you guys feel about the song?
Oh man, that was tough. It was tough. I cried. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I definitely cried watching that video because just how stars align, the narrative of the song. And then when I think about where his career would have went if he would have still been here with this record, it was a lot for me. But overall, I was happy with the video.
Yeah.
I watched it a lot of times. I was really happy with it.
Yeah, that video was pretty powerful considering the circumstances, because even if you didn't know Nipsey as much and maybe you learned about him like even after it passed, knowing him and knowing his not only legacy but his message that he was really about, to see basically a video of him doing the same shit before he got killed, like it's surreal. Yeah. It's surreal shit. I mean, not to really compare it to another shit, but even I remember watching like X's video after he died. I was like, damn, it's crazy. You always think what could have been,
right?
Yeah.
Right? What could have been if he was here? Damn, it makes you feel happy and sad at the same time. It's like conflicting feelings. But one thing I could say, homie always stayed on code. He always stayed on what he believed, and he always the message that he was speaking about, he was also delivering in his music. So again, it was one of those things. I think it's a bittersweet type of
Definitely
situation.
Emotional.
It kind of reminded me of Tupac, I Ain't Mad At You. Remember after Tupac died, he played like himself being an angel to his man. Like he died and he played himself being an angel, trying to advise his homie to not go over the edge. Just seeing how it all rolled together, I was like, damn, like who could have predicted this? But overall, it's a really, really great song. It's a really great.
Yeah, beautiful moment, and John Legend delivered just like we said. Like he's a perfect person to be on a beautiful song like that. You know what I mean?
John Legend riding through South Central on a fucking playing the piano. That was insane.
So dope.
Forgive my ignorance.
What?
Like it came together so perfectly. I was like, did Khaled add John Legend after the goddamn because it was just too perfect, yo. It was just too perfect. Yeah. And before he died, I would never saw that coming.
Right.
I would have never saw it coming. So to see how it came together like that, it's like one of those things to be like, it's like I feel like there was a higher power making that moment happen, even if we only got to saw it once he passed.
You know, it's kind of crazy, and not no slight to Khaled, but he's very great at executive producing because it's just how he puts records together. But you never really see that for his artists that's on We the Best. Like, you know what I mean? Now, I'm just being for real. Like, but as far as executive producing his own shit, he always puts it together in a way that's like unmatched. You know?
That's true.
And by the way, that's been a common knock of Khaled. Even though I will say, if we're about to get into talking about the album, I love how he, you know, We the Best artist, you know, Mavado. He got him on the first track, and that first track is fire.
Ain't no Flip De Niro.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I forget he is. He is Khaled affiliated.
Really?
Yeah.
He's We the Best.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, no.
But listen, you know me, I'm Jamaican. I got.
You did this one for Jamaica, all right.
I got a lot of flack from Jamaicans when he was kind of hanging with Khaled a little bit too much. They're like, damn, you like Khaled's little hype man now.
What about Buju? He's back finally. You're not excited that he's on the song?
Nah, I'm super excited with that too.
Look at him.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
And I think when you're mentioning Khaled, like executive production skills and how he puts together records, I even listen to that. I'm like, did he get these vocals after or like it's perfect timing? I haven't heard, Buju Banton, he came out of jail recently.
Yeah.
People ain't heard from him in a while.
He has one other song out right now.
Well, shit, I haven't heard it.
What?
But
How, Mr. Jamaica?
no, I just haven't.
Shame on you.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm over here still crossing my finger hoping that Bob's Cartel comes on. Anyway, but seriously, like, I think Khaled, like, he created a lot of moments on this album. And every song, even though I felt like every song was, and it's not even a knock because it's a Khaled album. It's an attempt to make a hit. You feel me? He's not really, sometimes he does make some dope cuts, but like, every song, like, depending on if you fuck with that artist or fuck with that type of whatever the artist is on, could be a hit. Like even the SZA song, that shit fire. I see some people like they wasn't feeling it. That SZA song is fire.
Did you see the video?
No, I didn't see the video.
So the video is kind of the video is kind of like Game of Thrones, Wonder Woman-esque. Like it's really.
I saw the promo for the video. I didn't see the video, but they were playing off that theme.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that video is just seeing Khaled dressed up like one of the people at 300 and shit, like fighting with a sword, smoking a cigar. It's kind of crazy.
He knew the timing. He's like Game of Thrones finale.
Exactly.
Drop this video right now.
Yeah, his timing is
Khaled.
crazy. Like his timing is crazy.
So let's go through some of these songs. So like you said, the video rollout has been great. Wish Wish is coming today, I believe, and that's going to be the last one. So then let's see the scissor track. No, you guys were talking about Holy Mountain.
Yeah, Holy Mountain. That's the first track. I really enjoyed this record. I don't know how the sample clearance process, but of course Khaled's Khaled. Like, he uses a lot of dope, legendary samples all throughout the project.
Yeah, so Miss Jackson sample too.
Shit, the freaking Use joint, fire. You feel me? I think,
When Act closes his eyes,
Fire. So let's go through that. Maybe you could. What are the rankings? Phenomenal, fire, nah.
Holy Mountain, like, it got me locked in.
Okay.
That's how you intro an album when you're trying to get Akademiks to listen to you. You feel me? And also, I'm gonna say inspired. I felt like that track with the mix of like artists on it, the sounds that were created. I was talking to friends about this track. They were a little bit confused, but I felt a little bit like what Kanye was doing on Yeezus. Like he was trying to fuse different genre artists and almost kind of create like a vibe that represents him.
I mean, you know what? For Shake, 070 Shake being on there, I was kind of surprised she held her own being on a song with like a Buju and all that. And even seeing the video, like, it just was, it was kind of, not shocking, but another thing even with Buju been doing this shit for so long. Like, he was doing this shit when I was in elementary school. I mean, like, that motherfucker, yeah, he's had a long ass career, but it kind of, I like the way Khaled sets it off, because I believe like when Khaled makes these albums, it's kind of like a playlist of what he would play in his crib. Not necessarily what he's trying to do as an album. Like, it sounds like he will wake up listening to the intro.
Does it
You know
feel
what I mean?
cohesive to you guys? Like, different songs are for different things. Like, you could tell which ones are meant to be the bigger pop moments, etc.
Yeah. Some of them, I mean, I don't like every single song on the album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't like every single song on the album. Like, some of them is cool. I feel some of them feel like they kind of like passes by, but the ones that do hit, they hit hard.
We got some new Big Sean. He's on two tracks, right?
Yeah.
We haven't heard a lot from him recently. Did you guys like his features?
I like the one. What's the feature? It's one he has by himself, right?
Yeah, Thank You.
That's the last
That's
one.
the one with him. Track
And
14.
not the one. What's the one with him? It's
Jealous
Eminem
with Wayne,
Yeah,
Chris Brown,
I
and
fuck
him?
with that joint. Yeah,
Okay.
I fuck with that one.
Yeah, I fuck with the song. Sean. Yeah, I'm a Sean defender. I hate when I gotta criticize him. I hate when I gotta criticize. Sean, that wasn't it, brother. That wasn't it, man. Like, I didn't like Sean. I didn't feel it wasn't stand out to me. And when I'm seeing Sean get a solo song, like, that shit gotta rock.
Yeah, Sean gotta have moments. Like, I think every time he does like a feature, his verses is always impactful. The Thank You joint was like, it's cool.
Okay.
Like the one with him and Wayne, I like more just because I like the total record. But that one is just like, it's cool. I would expect more from a Sean solo record on somebody else shit.
By the way, another reason why I gotta give Khaled a lot of credit is that, like, Khaled is great at, I always say, like, sometimes even collab albums is like this, but definitely Khaled albums are like this. It's like fantasy football of like music, where rappers and singers, you just put them on a track and then you just kind of title it whatever, and you hope it's good, but you never know it's good. Khaled's gonna make it good. Like, for example, the joint Nas CeeLo, you feel me? Won't Take My Soul. Like, that's something, if I saw a fake Khaled track listing, or I saw a fake track listing with Nas or whatever, I would be like, okay, that's a good pairing. That should sound good. It did. You get me? So,
You like that one?
yeah, you like it?
Nah. I didn't really like that one. I didn't.
fuck with it?
Nah, I mean, it's okay. Like, it just was okay. I expect, the thing with Nas is that, like, I think that Nas, not a problem, but Nas has rapped about anything, any and everything you could possibly rap about. Like, everything. And him and CeeLo, I expected more of a moment out of it coming behind the Nipsey, and because it's right behind the Nipsey and John Legend record. And the way they sequenced it, you get like a nice 3-4 seconds when they end the Nipsey shit, and then go into that. And then I was.
It ain't hit you.
Nah, it ain't hit me.
It's because
Okay.
you're crying over the Nipsey shit, nigga. Like,
There you go. So, yeah, I did, but nigga, that has nothing to do with it.
Then it should have been a
That's nothing to do
triumphant
with it.
moment after. What about Celebrate with Travis and Post Malone? When you
fuck
get
with
both
that.
of them on one record, you're expecting sort of a mega record, right?
I fuck with that joint. I fuck with the video too. The video is like, they kind of tried to do the mannequin challenge type vid, but I mean it was dope. I like this. I like the song. But the only thing about the video is like Travis looked like he didn't want to do it.
Usually does in videos. I don't think videos are his thing. He's kind of introverted.
hey, honestly, track 10, Big Boy Talk,
Jeezy and Ross.
shit, that's a moment. You feel me?
That's
Like,
definitely a moment.
like, again, credit to, I don't know how that conversation happens. I don't know how that conversation happens, be like, yo, this is what's gonna be. And both are like, what you mean? Like, I feel it would be like, even though they've passed a lot of shit, you feel me? I feel like, were they on another record before? Which one?
Nigga.
They were on Jeezy's
War
album, right?
already.
Oh yeah, they were.
remember that?
They were.
See,
But still,
Act slipping now. He done forgetting shit.
It was his birthday weekend.
birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, but it's still a moment, bro. It's still a moment. And also, I ain't gonna lie, bro, it sounded like some TM103 type of shit, bro.
Okay.
Like, instantly,
hard.
I'm like, yo, I was like, Khaled's also good at putting people in their own element rather than taking them out of their element and just trying to put them in some random isolated type of shit.
I really like the weather. I think Baby and Meek make a good pairing. Like every time they do something together. No, I do not want no what's the name from them? No album or nothing like that. But I think that every time they do something together, they show up.
Shit, if you hear Lil Baby on Twitter, he was teasing something with Future. Like, it could
I'm
be
for that. I'm all the way for that.
Lil
Yeah?
Baby and
Yeah,
Future.
I'm for that.
I'm good off
You
that.
guys always say that, and whenever Future drops a collab project, everyone complains.
Nah.
Historically speaking.
Nah. I want Future to do nothing collaborative.
Why not? I mean, I wasn't crazy about the shit with him and Juice WRLD because it just didn't.
Were you crazy about the shit with him and Drake? We said that there were
was-
some
I like the few
highlights,
joints on there.
but
I like the
I'm
few
just
jo-
saying, people
Listen,
say
y'all
they
can't
want it
name-
and then they
y'all can't
complain.
name 3 songs off the joint with him and Thug, and y'all can't name 3 joints
Oh,
off
I forgot about that
the
one
joint
too,
with.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so Future, I want Future to be Future, and also I look at Future like the grandfather of Lil Baby, bro.
The thing is just I know that it's gonna be heavy street music.
You know what
It's
it
gonna be
is?
heavy
How
street
about
music.
we ask for an EP?
I know, but look,
A capsule collection.
Okay, so
not
look,
an album.
Excluding a Thug, the joint he did the super slimy shit, right? And the shit with him and Drake. I'm not looking for Drake. Like Drake could get on records and do street shit. Like he could be on certain records, but I'm not looking for that whole type of tape from him. Him and Juice WRLD, I'm not looking at from him. Little Baby and Future, I'm with that.
I don't know, guys. I think Wayno is one of these ungrateful fans who's asking for things that he's not gonna want when it comes. That's just my opinion.
All right,
just my opinion.
I didn't like the joint with him and Juice WRLD. I feel like there's a couple generations divided, and also I just feel like Lil Baby's a descendant of
descendants.
For real.
You gotta say it like that.
Future slash
the family
Thug.
tree.
And I don't know, when both...
I think he more of a, if we said descendant, I say more Jeezy. He more like Jeezy than he is Thug. As far as how he got the streets. I feel like his music for how he has the streets, not and how it sounds, like he don't do as much singing and melody as, he has a little bit of melody, but...
I'm going off flow a lot, but you're going off content and like control of the...
Absolutely.
I mean,
he got the streets. I ain't
Baby got the streets like that?
Jeezy, Jeezy had the streets crazy, but that is a lot of things went into that. The whole BMF shit, all of that.
That's a heavy comparison. That's what I'm saying.
Going to Atlanta and being in a stadium and seeing Baby do songs that I think like people don't really know like that, and they sing that shit word for word, it reminded me of Jeezy. So I think that he has like the streets, not the same way with the Snowman shit and all that, because that was another craze, but he got the streets on another level. Because he got the streets up here. To me, he got the streets everywhere. He got the streets everywhere. And that's how Jeezy had the streets. Everywhere.
You're never really out in the streets, so it's hard for
Ak
you
is
to...
not in the streets. That's cool.
I'm just kidding.
You're not in the streets.
I know.
No,
You do gotta be in the streets to find that out. You do.
No, but it's two different things. We're talking about...
Wait, real quick. Let me add a disclaimer.
Are we talking about like, for example, you can go to a club and perform certain songs that never been heard on the radio? That's one faction. Or listen, your presence and whatever you represent is...
Okay, let me throw a disclaimer out there. By in the streets, I do not mean I'm in niggas trap houses and all of that.
That's what I'm like. Wayno getting it hot.
No, the proverbial streets even. He's not out in any of them.
No.
Period.
What I mean by that is like
I was in the streets this weekend.
Okay.
What I mean by that though is like I be in LA, and there's certain people I be around in LA. I be in Harlem. And
now,
Bronx,
Wayno, you're really out here. Of the both of us, you're out and about.
What I'm saying is like when it come to like the influence that Baby got in the hood, he got that influence everywhere. It's not like one place you don't have.
Right now, him or Meek? This is what I tested. I tested this nigga right here. I got
Stop letting him fuck with you. Yeah, he just likes to do that.
No, I got to throw in there.
Wait. Let me get it, because I think it's two totally different things. Now, Meek's influence in the streets is never going anywhere. So he's always had it. I think his influence is elevated to another level where it's beyond the streets. Baby got the streets. I'm not saying that he has it more than Meek, because Meek shit has never gone anywhere. The streets have always supported Meek no matter what.
All right, my friends, shall we wrap up this Khaled
Let's
topic?
wrap
We
up
got
the
some
Khaled
more. You guys can
conversation.
argue about this tomorrow. Don't worry, we got time. We're here all week.
Right, let's wrap it up.
This nigga mentioned like 4 different streets.
All right, man. All right, so like there are a couple songs on here we heard previously, like Top Off with Beyonce, J Future, and the No Brainer track. So real quick, what was your favorite moment besides Nipsey, because that's its own standalone moment? Your favorite moment on this album, and then we have a thank you.
Favorite moment on can you bring the track list up? It's a little bit like, it's only been 2 days. Let me see. Favorite moment is, Just Us, SZA.
Just Us with SZA. All right, that's gonna be a big
Because
single.
I like the Miss Jackson flip.
Got you.
When you flip classic songs, it has to be, you got to do it a certain way or it's not going to be appreciated. And I fuck with that joint.
Okay.
I think that's a
This
moment.
nigga took my pick. All right.
I'm surprised to hear you say that though.
No, the song was fire. Like,
Okay.
y'all think I hate SZA or something like that? I love SZA now. She still got me problems.
All right.
All right. Let me see. I don't know. It's hard to pick. If I can't pick Nipsey.
No pressure. I mean,
Just go with SZA. It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. You can pick
I'll
the
do the
same
same
one.
thing. I'll do the
All
same
right.
thing. That was a really dope song.
The evolution of Akademiks, y'all.
Or if not, I'll do the freaking you joint. Like, I don't know, very nostalgic.
You guys like the Cardi and
sample.
21 track?
That joint is hard too.
Yeah, I fuck with that
That
shit.
shit is hard.
All right, I'm excited to see the videos. I'm sure it's gonna be wild. All right, here's our fan question. Do you think Khaled's album rollout with all the music videos, TV appearances, and media coverage has been one of the best y'all have seen so far? And if he doesn't have the #1 album in the first week, is it a failure? So he also did SNL and brought a lot of his famous friends with him.
I feel like end of the day, no better rollout. There's no better rollout than the best music. And this weekend, I don't feel like he had the best music overall. But I do think it's a good rollout. I mean, it's what I expect from Khaled. I expect Khaled to be on the biggest shit. It's a show that comes on all after all the Housewives shows. It's something on Bravo. Khaled was on there.
Really?
Yeah, he was on there. Like, he's everywhere. There's no stone is gonna be unturned. So I expect to see Khaled everywhere. But I feel like the best rollout is the best music.
So then, should he be #1 with all of this extra promo?
I don't know if he's gonna be number. I mean, he's not my #1 for this weekend. So.
Okay.
I don't think Khaled's gonna be #1. Hell no. But does he have the best rollout? The best manufactured rollout, I would say, because these are I see a lot of placements where his album's either promoted or either, all right, yo, this is the video, whatever, and that's manufactured to me. I felt like it's not much other than I think the moment, the Nipsey moment, which is really great and organic, and I think everybody in hip hop kind of needed that. That's great. But beyond that, I feel it's a lot of manufactured, hey, check this out. Do I think it's gonna really work to get him a #1 album? I don't particularly think that. If we look back historically at how Khaled albums have done on the charts, they've never been chart toppers. They usually do good the first week and then they continue to last. It's really about the singles, actually.
But
you get me? So
even with that being said, though, remember how we talk about playlist and I mean, when Khaled albums used to do certain things, it was different. Digital wasn't to the level it is now. So do you think that with the Nipsey record, which is gonna be big, it's probably the biggest or most streamed record off the album, mixed with all these other records, he can't go #1?
The SZA one, and then when the video comes out today for the Cardi and 21 track, those are probably gonna do very well.
Yeah, I feel like certain records will do well.
But still won't be enough to boost the album.
You getting the #1.
But here's the thing, I don't know if they all do well off the rip. You feel me? Of course, it's our job. We gotta check out the music, whatever. But I think for some people, the casual listener, I feel like when he works a particular record, even though it looked like he's working 3-4 records now by rolling out a bunch of videos.
Roger said Higher is what, #3 on iTunes already? #3, doing well.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we won't see that big first week, but we'll see the singles. We did that over or under about how many top 10s will he have? I think he'll have a good amount of top 10s. But do I think he's gonna have that big first week? I haven't seen him do it in the past, and even though times has changed a little bit, I'd be holding out judgment on that, or even trying to predict that.
Okay, we'll see. So your homework for tonight is to go listen to Igor, Tyler's new album. So we can talk about that tomorrow. It's a great album. Yes, great. We've been waiting since Flower Boy, and it did not disappoint. All right, so other new music. We know Chance the Rapper is working on his official debut album coming in July. He dropped off a new single this weekend called Groceries, produced by Felix Leon and Murder Beats. So on this song, we hear him rapping a lot about, how his life has changed since the release of Coloring Book. He also launched an online challenge to go with this. So he wants people to post their best dance videos to the song, and then he's going to pick 10 dancers and pay for their groceries for the entire year. This features TisaKorean, who's part of the challenge. What do you guys think of this? It will most likely end up on the album. I feel like it's safe to say.
Go ahead, B.
I don't like this shit at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, I mean, the sound of it, obviously, I was bumping it all weekend, clearly. But the sound of it is not what I expected from Chance. Again, this is coming off someone when he dropped his last EP. I gravitated to, which I think is one of his best songs.
Those few songs he dropped last summer?
I can't remember. I know I Might Need Security was so fucking dope. I'm like, if he gives me an album full of this, I could really see him overcoming that sophomore slump. And by the way, I do know he's dropped multiple projects way before, but let's say we're considering Coloring Book his
debut.
Freshman debut effort, right? And honestly, when I heard this song, I was like, this ain't it, B, not for me. But I understand why he might be dropping it. It's a single type record, get a little challenge, get people more involved. I just feel Chance the Rapper doesn't need that. That's a perception I'm having.
Okay.
I don't think Chance needs that. I think Chance could put out a really dope record. If we're seeing people, and I know it might be blasphemous for some people to see me compare him to a Cole, but I do feel like he was one of the people who were next up. When we were thinking about who's the next to take the throne after Drake, a lot of people said Chance.
Right.
And
Really? Throne after Drake? You think that Chance could run hip hop like Drake does?
Having a clean image, having some great music, having a lot of connects. Again, being that he's still very early in his career, absolutely.
But
I think he was.
I feel like he's in a certain sort of box. Like I don't think that. I think he's in a certain space. Like he's in that safe space, and because he's in that safe space, it doesn't permit him to be the #1 guy in the game, right? But
Drake was at that
Drake,
point too.
yeah, but Drake also got controversy in his life. He got battles. He got shit going on with women. He got a bunch of different shit that's rapper, like, you know what I mean?
You're saying
Like,
Chance is a bit more wholesome.
No, imagine back then though. I completely get you. Like Drake is someone who we've grown with, and we've seen like his ups and downs. We've seen his flaws and whatever. They've kind of manifested.
I just don't think he rap good as Drake to be the top guy. I don't think he raps as good.
Okay.
But
You ain't gonna have me argue with that. What the fuck?
but with the record, I think that the reason why, of course, he don't need this.
Do you like it?
It's okay. Like it's not like I wasn't expecting this. Like I didn't expect. I thought him and Murder Beast would sound totally different than this. I think that him tying his philanthropy and his giving back into the song is a more powerful message than it is a record. I think that he's just using the platform to do something good. Not that like he doesn't need to make the song, but I think it's a good.
Stop it.
What? Stop what?
You think the song is kind of like?
I think that
more
the song
for
is
philanthropy more than like.
I think that the
song.
Yeah, I think that the song. I think what he's trying to do with the song means more than the actual song. Like I don't think that he did the song and like, yeah, I'm about to have this, the best fucking record out this summer. Mm-hmm. I think that the song is just he used the song and used the platform in order to help people out. He's paying for people's groceries for a year. That's not something that you can do with every single song you drop.
Wait,
what?
I think you're being very nice. This is basically what I'm hearing you say.
I'm not saying the song is the best song.
A poor man's attempt at God's plan. Like, yeah, I get you trying to do something good, but
I ain't go that far.
If this shit ain't fire, I'm glad you're doing some philanthropy around it, but shit, we want a dope song. You get me? That's how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, clearly, we think differently, but yeah, again, that sound isn't the sound I expected from Chance.
But it's not indicative of the entire album. Like you said, historically speaking, he makes great records. I don't think lyricism is going to be the thing that holds Chance back. Remember that verse he did on the Kanye joint? Like, he can really rap.
He can rap.
It's just if we want different beats, fair enough, but let's see, it's just one song.
But that's what I'm saying. That back to my original point. I'm wondering why Chance would feel he would need to go for this sound for a single. Like, as I said, that's why I brought up Cole. I was like, I feel he could drop a record like a Million Child or one of them records that actually did chart off of that little 4-song EP. And those songs would do really well if it's a really dope song. I feel like this
Maybe it's a feeler then. He wants to see how people react to it.
A single like Feeler that's kind of more generic along the lines of what a rapper on a label would do. And given the fact that he's independent and he's actually broken the mold in a lot of different ways, yeah, I'm kind of looking at him a little bit weird like, Chance, what are you doing? But again, he might be the genius and it works in other ways. I'm just saying, I'm reinterpreting Wayno Nice Guy saying, hey, this song is a great way to tie in your philanthropy. Nah,
that ain't it. Hey, man, I think that's what it's mostly for. We'll see.
All right, so what are we in? End of May is coming up. He said the album's coming in July, so I'm sure we'll get more music before that. Let's see what happens. Lil Nas Ex. All right, we've been talking about him a lot on the show, sort of speculation about how long Old Town Road can hold down the charts, what he's going to drop after, if it's going to flop, etc. I feel like he really pulled one out this weekend. So he dropped the short movie, I guess we could call it short film, for Old Town Road. Pretty dope. Billy Ray Cyrus is in it, Chris Rock, Vince Staples with the hilarious cameo, Rico Nasty, Diplo, Haha Davis, and more. And he even takes a little shot at Billboard early when he pulls up with Billy Ray Cyrus in that old Western town saying, last time I was here, they weren't too welcoming. What'd you guys think?
I really like this video. I think, like, if the thing about Old Town Road, and I wish, like, there's so many rappers that have opinions about this record, it's not, like, he's not trying to be, because his name is Nas or Little Nas, he's not trying to be Nas. He's not trying to be lyrical in the sense, like, he just made a fun song, and let's not act like hip-hop hasn't been filled with fun songs, that aren't just the most thought-provoking shit. It's just fun. I thought that the video was a dope play. I feel
like the Vince Staples cosign means everything. That's huge.
The way they did it was very tasteful. I think that the way they storyboarded it was really, really dope. You know what I mean? Like, just seeing Haha Davis be doing shit with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really ill. It gave a lot of people opportunities, so I think it's dope, and it's gonna give the record a new life.
Yeah.
You know, so I liked it. Now, am I waiting for the EP? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here in front like I am. I'm not, but I do like this video.
So the EP's coming in June.
Yeah, great video. And I mean, he had predicted that it was gonna really hit, and not taking away from anything from that. By the way, I will say this weekend we did over and under. Was it Thursday? And a lot of the things that we like did over and under on, we got answers too, which I think we did. When will he be releasing new music? And I said, yo, Old Town Road, I mean, the video is going to give it extended legs. I thought it's been #1 for about 6-7 weeks now. I could be wrong on that. 7 weeks, actually, right? I think it's going to be easily like 12-13 weeks. This video is going to make it last to there. But I've always said, because this song's so huge, it's good. That's going to do its thing. Start rolling out other music, because if you don't, people, by the time you're ready to roll it out, people are ready for, like,
yeah, you don't want to Young and May yourself. And what I mean by that is, like, Young and May had Ooh, and it was like such a big, massive record, but everybody wanted an EP or an album or something, and she just oohed the whole year.
Yeah.
You don't have to super focus on a record that's already working, and like you have to do nothing. You performing and all that type of stuff, but work on letting people know that you're a full artist, you do other things, and shit. This EP is gonna say a lot, though.
It is.
So I'm hoping it's not some rush stuff. If it is old stuff, like some of the stuff we've heard on SoundCloud. I hope he's really confident in that, because if this shit comes
I thought it was
and
gonna be
goes,
old stuff, though. It's not gonna be old stuff. He can't do that. Like,
but the direction is gonna be very important.
I mean, the direction's gonna be very important. What's crazy is his EP is probably gonna fuck around and go gold on the first week, only because they're gonna count Old Town Road. Like, that's the funny shit about this game now.
Right.
You know what I mean? The person puts out the song, the shit goes platinum, multi-platinum, then he puts it on the EP, it counts towards the EP sales, shit booms. Remember how we was talking about numbers really trick people? Like, numbers do lie in a sense. You know what I mean?
But is it also smart that he's dropping an EP, not a full album?
Yes.
Nah, very smart. I think also whether people think he needs to or not, I think he feels he has something to prove, you know? Whether it was a subliminal response to us or maybe not, because there was a lot of people actually saying that to him when shit, I remember I ignorantly said, I was like, this thing only got one song. I couldn't find no other music, right? And then magically the next day I seen on his SoundCloud page, I do have more music other than Old Town Road. Look below, like that. He changed his username to that.
You're expecting an Akademiks diss on this EP?
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that, like, clearly he wanted people to know that whether you thought the song was a parody or he just lucked up and got a hit, he does make other music. He has been making other music, and even though he joked about himself being a plant, he doesn't want that to be the overall narrative. So if he's dropping an EP, I think he has something to prove. And I'm hoping he gives forth his best effort, because trust me, niggas can't wait for that nigga to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, but I think his team is also aware they're moving smart. This little movie was pretty dope.
Yeah, who is he signed to again?
Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia better move smart. Because I heard they gave that nigga the bag. You feel me?
Of course you know. It's a pocket watcher. Is that public knowledge, or did you do your research?
I have to go find out how many zeros he got.
Of course. You can't help yourself, man.
Wait, that's who we need to manage. You feel me? Actually, no. Wayno would probably leave us. Be like, bye, niggas. I'm out of here, man.
I had enough for y'all.
Yeah.
All right, so that concludes our new music reviews. We're going to get to Tyler's album tomorrow. Now, on to some drama. So I forgot that Eminem dissed Lord Jamar on his Kamikaze album. But anyway, Lord Jamar still feels a way about it. In a new interview with Rapmatic, he basically said that white people crown Eminem the king of rap just because he sold the most records, and then goes on a rant about how black people basically don't fuck with Eminem in the streets or in the club. Take a look.
White people will crown Eminem king because he sold the most records out of all rappers. But when we go into everyday life of black people, the people who are the originators of this shit, we don't fucking listen to Eminem, okay? We don't listen to Eminem. We don't go to the gym and turn on Eminem. We don't turn on Eminem on the way to the club. And I'm talking live niggas now. I don't know about corny niggas. I'm talking about live niggas.
That's that point.
Hold up.
All right, so it sounded like at first he could have been trying to make a rational point, and then shit got really heated. So he goes on to say M's music is whack, his delivery is whack, his flow is whack. Of course, 50 Cent saw this and responded with some wild shit saying, he thought he had died and calling him a clout chaser. 50, of course, going the extra mile. Anyway, thoughts?
Hey, I would chime in on this, but as Wayno's pointed out, I ain't in the streets. I ain't in the streets.
Em already said his piece about you.
And also, I ain't in the gym. Okay, so that's two places that Lord Jamar said they ain't bumping his music. So Wayno, take it away. And Em already dissed me. I don't want the encore.
I mean, look, the thing with M is like, I think that Lord Jamar, he had some good points, but at the end of the day, his delivery was trash on a few of them. You know what I mean? Because he tied in how he felt because Eminem dissed him into the message he was trying to convey. Right now, he is right. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, as of, I say the last 10, 15 years, I ain't never pulled up on a nigga and they was just bumping Eminem.
Nobody ever played Little Baby, then cut that shit off and play some M?
Nah, come on, stop trying to be funny. You know you ain't gotta be in the streets.
Wayno, I'm asking, I don't know.
Let's be for real. Now, I'm not gonna say that Eminem is not whack. I would never call Eminem whack. Has he done some stuff that I've questioned as a rapper?
As
Absolutely.
most rappers have
As most rappers, absolutely. But to call him whack is a stretch. But he was right about that. Like, niggas in the streets is not bumping no Eminem. Not that I know. I don't know nobody that's like, yo man, I'm bumping that M shit right now. I ain't really listening to that. Oh, but it is, but it's certain type of people. Like, I think that I think that like everybody got their demos, and it is a black crowd that Eminem has, but it's a certain type of black crowd.
I'm also speaking like contemporary M. Sure, maybe not his current albums, but he did have a moment where people were listening. You know what I mean?
He got classics. He definitely got classics.
Honestly, like, and okay, so he made that point. I wasn't really bothered by that point because we could say a lot of the same thing about other rappers, like Tyler the Creator. You hear him bumping in the streets?
Yeah, niggas ain't bumping Tyler in the streets.
So
like,
I don't think that's an M thing. Like, yeah, M doesn't make music for that, but shit, to some extent, has Nas always been music that people bump in the street or the clubs? Not necessarily.
In the streets, absolutely.
Okay, all right, but in the club,
in the clubs, not more recently, but yes, in the clubs. Nas got a lot of club records. A lot of records that bump in the club.
Okay, and I'm not saying that to slight either one of those men. It's just to make a distinction.
This nigga just said, Nas, you wildin'.
Okay,
I just had to think about that.
I think he's just trying to make the point, which is some music is for different.
I'm just trying to make a point that, like, not everyone makes music that would apply in those particular scenarios that he's talking about. And even if they don't, doesn't mean they aren't legends, one of the GOATs, or really good artists. I think the point of debate, which I think should be debated, that he mentioned is Eminem simply overrated because he's white? Because I've seen people say or say the same thing to say, well, if M wasn't white, he wouldn't be up in that conversation of the top 5. Like, they're saying, and this is, I was reading like people's IGs posts. A lot of OGs, they were like, yo, well, listen, Method Man, they name a whole bunch of other rappers who are black, say, yo, they have similar skills, not saying exact or whatever, similar skills, but they're not mentioning that conversation because they're not white. And basically, because he's white, that comes with a lot of accomplishment, a lot of hype. It has almost inflated his career and his whole stature that he's in that conversation. Well, so I'll pose it to you, and then I'll give you what I think.
All right, well, that kind of reminds me, like, remember what Floyd Mayweather said about Jeremy Lin? And he was like, man, he said, niggas do what Jeremy Lin do every night. It's because he's from Taiwan or he's Chinese, whatever the case may be, that he's getting so much recognition. So the thing about it is, Eminem can't help being white. You know what I mean? It's not like he picked to be white. Like I don't like to talk about what if, I like to talk about what is. You know what I'm saying? And what is, the fact of the matter is that Eminem, him being white and him being so skilled is why he gets the praise he does in the black community. Now, Lord Jamar is right in a certain instance of white people do call M the greatest because of how many records he sold. That's what people always say. That's why when Jay-Z always gets a #1 album, he always rap about having more albums than Elvis, fucking Drake. I got more knocks than the Beatles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they put their numbers up against other people's numbers because that's what the game determines as what makes you the best, what you sold. Now, I would never say that M is trash. He's not trash at all. But his skill set And because he came up on one of the most legendary
That's what I'm saying. Are we forgetting
producers,
that he worked with Dre, an iconic producer?
Yeah,
The
like-
production was out of control. Like, they had an amazing run together.
Yeah, we can't take that. You can't take that away.
Yeah, so I don't agree. And did Jamar say he was trash?
I mean, it's quoted.
He goes on to say, like,
yeah,
he's
he
whack.
goes on to say a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't believe M is whack. Has he done, as you said, has he done maybe songs or maybe an album you weren't feeling?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But let's not forget Lil Jamar is a rapper as well. So you got to factor that in as well. He's a rapper.
And I'm not dismissing anything he says, but I do feel like there is a divide among people who consider M when we're thinking about all-time rappers and where we place him or why we think he's placed at that spot. And I think that divide kind of comes from even a place of M brings a lot of outsiders to have opinions about hip-hop.
Right.
Just like Tiger was, niggas don't know nothing about golf, but they know about Tiger. You feel me? And like when you ask a lot of M fans or people who are only really brought into hip-hop, like they're not really hip-hop fans, he's the king to them simply because he's white.
Well, the thing is
and that causes resentment among a lot of other people.
Well, the thing with M is I also can't say it's because he's white. I think he's one of a kind, right? When you mention him, there's only one Jay, there's only one Nas, Biggie, Tupac. You know what I mean? There's only one Kanye. M is a one of one. Like, there's tons of white rappers. There hasn't been a white rapper that rapped at Eminem's level. I'm talking about like how he came into the game, how he changed the game with certain type of music he made, how he sold tons of records, then rapped with the best niggas and held his own. He's rapped with the best of everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they put him on, I wouldn't compare his verse on Dead Wrong with Biggie because Biggie was dead, but like, he had a good verse on everything you've put him on feature-wise. Everybody you put him against, not put him against, but everybody he's been with, he's held his own. So that's not because he's white, that's because he's nice. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, the nigga just nice and he a one-of-one generational talent. That shit don't just always happen. Lord Jamar got caught up in his feelings because he's a rapper, and if people started, Lord Jamar also is part of a legendary group, but if people start comparing Eminem to Lord Jamar, it's not even close as far as terms as rapping. Take white being off the table. Put rapping on the table, he can't fuck with M as a rapper.
No, I agree with that.
That's it.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I agree. Like, the only thing when it comes to M is I'm telling you, there's certain people who aren't fans of hip-hop, they're fans of M, that will rub you the wrong way when they're classifying hip-hop because their knowledge of hip-hop is just M.
Listen, if
let those people rock it.
If Lil Nas Ex put out a 5-song EP with all country music and all shit chart all well, we gonna start calling this nigga the greatest country singer ever. So, hey.
All right, look, you know what? we gotta go, but I just want to end quickly with some like just life news. It's nice to see rappers like speaking up. This made me proud. So last week, Alabama passed the Human Life Protection Act. It essentially bans almost all abortions, no exceptions for rape or incest. Right under this law, which takes effect in about 6 months, it's only legal to have an abortion if the person's life is at risk. Just taking away a woman's right to choose. I think it's heinous. So Governor Kay Ivey, a woman, signed this last Wednesday. So Offset spoke up about this very publicly on Twitter, comparing this law to slavery. A lot of other people like Waka, J.I.D, and Lupe also expressed their disdain on Twitter. I just think it's nice that rappers are like speaking up on behalf. This law is ridiculous.
Absolutely, and the thing is like everybody try to give Offset so much flack because he spelled the word wrong. Like at that moment, like fuck all that. You know what he's talking about. You know exactly what he meant. And I even seen a governor say some, well, not a governor, a congressman say some wild shit about rapes can be consensual. Like that was insane. Like that's just insane. But that goes to show you why laws like this is getting passed. You know what I'm saying? After this happened, a story came out of an 11-year-old girl that had gotten raped. So you telling me she got to keep that child?
Exactly.
Like that's an 11-year-old. She can't even make a decision for herself.
Right. So they made it a Class A felony for any like physician who tries to like perform an abortion.
Yeah, I mean that's sad. Like I didn't even think. I saw this on Twitter. I'm like, I thought this was like something that was being like introduced, but was gonna get shot down. I never thought this would actually see like the light of day. But I will say, in terms of number one, I'm shocked to see how far it's gotten. Number two, it's interesting to see that conversation now being had in the public sphere on Instagram, Twitter
Yeah.
and see how people weigh in, because you see a lot about people's true colors, how they weigh in and how they feel about certain issues like this. And to be honest, like, I actually thought it was pretty dope that Offset, we know his wife, like, in their own way, they do choose to speak on things that are political.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, whether just saying, hey, listen, you know what, I'm an American, or it could even be, shit, I'm married to a woman and shit, he has a daughter.
Father of four. Real
I ain't
shit.
with it.
Yeah.
I ain't with it. Again, I like that he's using his platform for that, because just like he can use his platform for other shit,
Right.
It's very dope for that. I don't look at, people made too much big of a deal, and that's the thing why you can't do shit on social media. Niggas was really clowning the spelling. That was the biggest part of the story.
Yeah.
Which was so sad.
Right. Not the fact that he wants to,
He's trying to be an ally,
heard.
speak up on behalf of women,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, just know I support women in this. Unfortunately, some women aren't in the highest places. That's why bills like this get passed. But men should not. I seen the meme going 1,000 times. Men should not be making these type of decisions. For real.
100%.
And I do encourage everyone to get educated on all of this, because I see a lot of misinformation flying. Like I seen a whole, had 65,000 likes and retweets where people thought, oh, this is like a nationwide thing now and whatever. Like, be educated other than just seeing something on Twitter being retweeted, and now you're making life decisions off of it.
Right.
Again, you might not live in Alabama, and again, even if you're in Alabama, it doesn't mean this is happening immediately. So, again, just be more informed than just reading tweets and retweets.
Absolutely. Disclaimer, Akademiks. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow. We're going to talk about Tyler's new album and
Yes, we
whatever
will.
other drama pops up overnight. Akademiks, you have to listen to this
I
project.
got a lot of stuff to say about Tyler's new album, so I can't wait.
All right, cool.
Jesus
Guys,
Christ.
enjoy your day. We'll see you
I'm about to go
tomorrow
prepare for this.
on Everyday Struggle. You should prepare for it. It's great.